Alright, here we are again. Take two. I already casted this game 2 days ago and casted it without my microphone being turned on, so we're going to give it another go. Hopefully I can make it sound better this time though. We'll see. We will see. So anyway, again, welcome to game 13. Yep. Yes. Alright, game 13. Round 2 between Arran and Taco, Angel and Boxer. So in round 1, Boxer and Angel took the win. So now it's up to Taco and Arran this time round to try and get the win and take this game to a decider. So we shall see how they get on. So bottom team, Boxer going Cybran and Angel going Cybran as well. And up in the top team, Arran, Aeon and Taco, UEF. No surprises for me there, seeing as this is the second time I'm doing this. We're getting it right, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, everything seems to be working. So hopefully this one works out this time, and hopefully I catch a lot more things going on and mistakes being made for everyone to see and learn from. So, engineers out for everyone. Boxer moving early for the hydro. Bit of power going down first for Angel, and Arran going for the hydro early as well. Taco 1 PGen before going straight to his hydro. So perhaps here this would be a little bit of a better build. Maybe the second engineer could have gone down to assist the hydro quicker, but I think Boxer does stall for a little bit here on his energy, so let's just keep an eye on that. And I may be wrong, but I think it is. Oh no, he's getting it there. He's getting it alright. So he's done alright with that. Not bad. Extra engineer to assist, and he's got it down. Ah, that's right. I remember making the comment that building one less mechs may have been what saved him there. So instead of spending that extra 360 energy and time building that mechs, he's come up to build the hydro and got it out. So that would explain that. Scoreboard not entirely working, but it's working now. We're good. So second air for Boxer and second land going in for Angel. No other factory for Arran. And we've got a second air factory going up for Taco. So we'll see how this works out for everyone. So Boxer enjoys an early scout. Not a bad idea if he sends him straight up. So you get some early intel on what your opponents are doing, and you can match your plan to that. So if he flies over Arran, see some engineers, see there's no air factory, he knows he can get out a transport, an early transport or an early bomber without too much to worry about. But then that all depends on what's happening on the other side. However, Taco now flying a scout down over Angel's base. Gonna see the two land, no air yet. But if he's paying attention, he'll see that the air is queued. I think he can see that. Oh, wait. I pressed on the wrong person. Yeah, so he would have seen that the hydro and PGens are going up. I should just restart this whole cast again, hey? And maybe you can take a good guess that there's some air going. But we've got a raid on the right here now. Arran's Aurora getting beaten by the Mantis. No surprise there. The Aurora got too close to the Mantis, wasn't dodging. So not long for the world. If he wanted to win that little fight there, he needed to stay out of range of the Mantis and just keep dodging backwards and forwards. The Aurora can dodge very, very easily. Just need to time your moves fairly well, or just spam move orders to keep them away from the incoming fire. Over on the left, we've got a bit of a move coming down from Taco towards Angel's group here, maybe. Or maybe they're just sitting ahead of the engineer to keep him protected. We've got the bomber out for Boxer now. Transport for Taco. Picking up an engie. He may be dropping this mountain here. No, he doesn't get the engie at all. Never mind. The mountain's a good place to drop early on. Land raids can't get to it, only air raids. So it makes it a little bit easier to defend. We've got the bomber now from Boxer coming in to do what he can. We've got a raid from Boxer on the right. It's going to take down the engie before he gets a mechs out. and down goes the bomber on Arran's base, achieving very little, maybe a tiny bit of intel, which is not quite efficient. So the Mantis now could have hung around to kill these two mexes, but he's going anyway. If he knows there's an engineer here, it might be a decent pickup, and then he can run through and kill these mexes if he doesn't it doesn't get cut off. But they wouldn't have been a bad target, although here comes a response now that may have taken him down. So Arran now going for the sensors on the comm, guessing, and I know 100% he'll be going for the range gun after that to make use of that extended intel and extended range on the ACU. Not a bad combo. We've got the drop up here now for Taco, sitting idle. A point for anyone that doesn't realise this, but when you set a transport order or a load order for units into the transport, before they get in the transport you can queue up orders for them for when they disembark. So if you shift click those engineers into the transport and then keep queuing orders up here, when they drop out they'll immediately execute those orders, saving a bit of time, meaning you don't have to keep an eye on that transport and waiting until it drops. So you can keep your attention elsewhere. A little hot tip for young players. Now Taco's comm getting into it, thinning out a few of Angel's units. Not a lot of response from Angel just yet, just a little bit of unit play. Could do with getting the commander up in there and not wasting units against Taco's commander. We have the gun now starting for Arran, and what's his name, Boxer. He's getting stealth going, no apologies there. Boxer as well not taking the mountain just near his spawn. Probably a slight mistake. 3 mexes in the Hydro, there's an extra 6 mass that he could really be using right now. Alright, bit of ACU VACU going on the front here. Taco looking like he's in the worst position out of the two. A lot more hit points on Angel's comm and a lot more units to back up. And support coming in from Arran as well. No, correction, support coming in from Arran to help Taco, alleviating some of that pressure. Right, while all that is happening, let's have a quick look at the ecos, see where everyone is. So Boxer's the bottom of the table there. Not a lot of mass to his name. Have I got him? Yep. So we got 26 Mantis and 10 artillery though, with Arran having 10 more mass coming in and having 23 Aurora for 3 artillery. So Boxer's got a couple more units, but a lot less mass. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Here we go. So his reclaim is a little bit it's far ahead of Arran's. That's what's made up the difference. A lot of reclaim from the bottom team, although there's still a lot of these clumps of reclaim left over. Fight going in on the front, still Taco dipping down to about half his hit points and not much support in sight. So withdrawing there, a good idea. Here we go, Arran's ACU now on the right, engaging a spread out raiding party from Boxer, dealing easy with them. Boxer, however, pushing the front of Arran's force with his comm up front, taking a lot of the hits, maybe getting some good vet going. Not a bad idea. We've got the gun upgrade coming up on the Cybercom for Angel at the same time as Taco is trying to drop this little position here. Doesn't need to drop it, plenty of units there, but drops it anyway. More support, so we've got more coming in. Not a bad use of the transports, getting his units built in the base and flying them up closer to the front. Looks like he may be planning a raid through one of these gaps, judging from their position, and they're now stepping off the attack. Does have two artillery in the mix. Will be handy to deal with these PDs if he can micro his army, stop his army from running into them. Does he know they're there though? He doesn't know they're there, so intel's lacking a scout or this little fella here would be very good to make him aware of these turrets he's about to walk into and die from. At the same time, Angel is pushing now, has forced Taco back away from the mid and pushing with his army. Commander's finishing his upgrade there. Boxer is on a second upgrade, and it is the gun, I know because I've seen it. And now Boxer's Angie's going down to Arran's ranged comm. Alright, ecos, let's get back to here. So Boxer's still sitting fairly low. And is he all on T1 mexes still? He is, by the looks of it. I think he's upgrading any of his mass extractors, so selling himself short there. It looks like the raid here may have been dealt with by the PD, but another drop past the PD has come in and taken out the factory. A good move from Taco there. Ready, open to push straight in on the back of the Angel base. Gonna lose this mex for sure. Probably this Angie and some other mexes in the back as well. Not much to defend with though. If Taco is paying attention, he should be able to clean up the back of this base fairly easily. Jester out from Angel though, trying to defend, but we've got some inties to cover that now. Boxer pushing with his comm up into the front of Arran's army. Arran's comm is out of position. No units on the right for him to engage. Needs to get that comm back up there to support his army and put damage on the Cybran ACU while staying at range. So he is in range now, but not shooting. Oh, that's not his range. Is that his range? I don't know. Don't worry about me. And there it is. Now he's in range. Forget that. I'm not going to start this cast again, that's for sure, not at this point. I'll just wear the embarrassment. So right now we've got some static raiding units, unfortunately from Taco, are going to get killed by the Mantis that have now been pushed out. And they grab this mex, this NG, could have pushed up and wiped out the power as well as the E-storage. But alas, that won't be. And Arran's comm getting pushed down quite heavily by some of this Mantis spam, and Boxer's comm as well, down to 3,000 hit points. It doesn't look like he's going to get out of this, and you know what, I've seen this before. It's taking a bit longer than I remembered, but he runs back in, perhaps to try to get some damage on Boxer. Not close enough. Hasn't done enough. And Arran goes down to Boxer. Boxer surviving on about a bit over half his hit points. Taco now trying for a drone upgrade. Perhaps not the best choice for an upgrade at this point. T2 would probably be a lot better. He needs to be able to defend himself against both these armies with what very little he has. He's got some T2 on the field though. No T2 from Angel yet, and no T2 from Boxer. So some T2 PDs, and the Mongoose are a good choice. Speed and range against the T1. Dropping is a good choice, but the Mantis here, if he can reclaim it, he might be able to get away, or maybe spread the engineers out. Send the Mantis on a bit of a goose chase and perhaps lose him, but no, they're going all the one direction, almost. The Mantis is going to finish them all off. These guys might have been a better choice for a first drop, although they may be able to save some of this Mantis and get another base going here, which would be ideal. But a Jester is on the scene, and Boxer has enough air to be able to deal with Taco's air. Could focus the Jester and kill it though, but that's that engineer dead anyway. Alright, let's see, and yeah, Angel's comp safe. Let's see what we've got for intel wise. So no radar covering the base here, and you can see they're unaware of where the comm is or any of the units out here, so a bit of radar would be handy. We've got a nicely positioned radar. I do like to see that. That's on the side of the hill. Protected a little bit from any incoming bombers. It's coming from the south. Hopefully the hill would snag the bomb, I'm not sure though. But no, it's up away from any of the land spam. So unable to be destroyed by any of this T1 land. So a fairly safe radar. However, the right side still hasn't been able to be taken by Taco. He does have that engineer in the back. He could probably do with getting a few land factories up at the same time as reclaiming and getting his mexes rebuilt. So Boxer and Angel getting a bit of reclaim each. 7k almost for Angel and 5.2 for Boxer, but still a lot of reclaim in their bases that, you know, especially in Angel's base, that could be used. But it looks like Angel's cleaned up out the front here fairly well. Alright, building some wall for Taco. Perhaps not the best place to have some wall. The wall's covered this entire section maybe, but walls here aren't going to do anything. And I know, because I hear that bomber dead, radar survives, although the NGs die. And having watched this game before, I know that Taco, you'll see soon, will stop building the walls, and they'll only complete to about sort of roughly around this area. Meaning that that wall section doesn't really help him, unfortunately. So the Mantis now up here clearing out that mechs. We've got another drop coming in. Taco, it needs to be said, doing pretty well to get these drops going. A bit of APM can go a long way with that, and he's been dropping guys all over the place, all map. Even though Boxer has control, well, Boxer could exert control of the air, or at least use his inties to shoot down these transports while they're dropping. So while putting in a bit of a back to the wall defense, he's still managing to get those drops out, so that's good to see. T2 coming down now, no doubt we'll get some T2 PD up very shortly. We have a large army though facing Taco. We've got 5 mongoose, 5 pillars, and a couple of Lobos and some T1 tanks, strikers, that's it. And what have we got? Angel up on the front has now got T2 land, so he has 12 rhinos, 12 T2 tanks, 55 mantis, and a bunch of Medusa. And Boxer dropping on the base, also with 25 mantis on their way, and an engineer drop up in the top. Gets the land drop down, nicely timed dual drop. How much does Taco know? He knows that these guys are up here. A T2 stealth tank would hide those guys very well. There. Being engineers are there to do something sneaky for sure. And the Boxer's other raid going down now though. No dramas though, a bit of a decoy is pulled away. There's a couple of raiding tanks, so I don't want to be Medusa. I pulled away 2 mongoose and 2 pillars and a couple of T1 units. Taco could use those to pretty good effect against his T1 army here, mostly T1 army. But these guys are now out of place, out of position. The T2 PD down with some T1 as well. The T1 having no walls around it, so prone to all that direct fire from the Mantis and the pillars. Rhinos, I don't think Rhinos can shoot over the walls. They can shoot through them though, eventually. And the Triad now doing well to push that army back. 25 kills each, 26. So doing a lot of damage for what they cost, especially the front one. And now we've got the push on the left from Angel's army getting through Taco's small amount of defences on the left. T2 radar up on the hill, very good to see. And now we have the factories being built by Boxer. So now we'll be aware that the transport's right there. Transport leaves, and up comes some responding units to deal with Boxer's base. So like I said before, a T2 stealth tank from Cybran in with that transport. He wouldn't have been able to take as many engineers, but that stealth tank would have been able to cover them until they at least get a bit of a foothold. But never mind, next time, hey? More PD going down the back of box. I look at the scoreboard. Taco's base. Hoplite's going far too close to enemy fire, or a hoplite. Yep, just one on it looks like, and dying fairly easily. Need to keep the hoplites behind other units, or at least out of range of the other units as much as possible, with the lack of hit points that they have. 550 compared to the 1900 of the rhinos. So keep them back, use their range, and micro them out of danger. What do we have going on now? Boxer either going into the water or going across. I don't think this water is deep enough. We're going to find out though. And no, it's not deep enough, even though the camera keeps mucking up. It is not deep enough. Alright, Jester up the top, dealing with the mechs and the engineer quite easily. That'll be, I'd say that'll be Taco's game finished in the top right. And by the looks of things, it could just be Taco now prolonging his death. Getting the gun up. Not another bad choice. Another good choice. And we might speed things up at this point. Quick look at some of the eco. So Boxer and Angel now far ahead in mass, which is not unexpected. They're pretty much free to eco and pen Taco in for the final death blow. And Taco trying to push on the left, but not really getting too much done. And a lot of MMLs coming in now from Boxer. Go back to normal speed. So we've got a two-prong push pincer maneuver. Taco now only really meaningfully able to defend against Boxer's army, although there's Corsair fire coming in, and Hoplite MML still firing away. Meanwhile, Angel's army on the left is pushing up, edging closer to Taco's base. Taco not able to stop that. A couple of tier 2 PD and some T2 units, but not enough against this lot. There would be no harm in rushing this army in, dealing with the PD, and then Boxer being free to work the main front of the base. The main front, it's like the front. Let's go for a bit of increase again. TMLs. Holy TML battery. I forgot about this and I commented on its ridiculousness. Boxer. 10 TMLs planned. And here we go. Arran's com trying to dip into the water, but we can see here he's still going to take the land fire the whole way through. And more Corsairs. Hoplites putting in fire on the commander. Looks like he may be out of range. He's just out of range and out of sight. Going for another upgrade. Don't know what it is. Raz, that's right. He's going for the Raz upgrade. But I don't think he's going to survive long enough. Not with Torp Bombers, not with Hoplites, not with Corsairs, and now Wagner's joining the party. This game is well and truly over for Taco and Arran, who will dip out of the Whites and Grey tournament, leaving Boxer and Angel to head into the next game against Deadeye and Twiblade. The winner of that moving on to the semi-final against Matry and Moofish before the final against Butter and Reggie. So closing in on the end of the tournament. Hopefully we can get a few games done this weekend and we'll see how we go. The microphone worked. Woo!